Kablam! Since Kablam aired, episodes were resurfaced through Nicktoons TV airings, with certain cartoons and segments removed for copyright, and certain episodes being skipped on Nicktoons TV airings. Then eventually Mark Merrick posted the full uncut series for download via his website. Before that, there was only one home media release, which is incredibly rare and was only via mail-in order. It is unknown if the series had had any bits that had gotten removed before broadcast. The only one that has been confirmed to exist was in the episode Your Logo Here. However, Mark Merrick didn't upload the version of the episode with the cutscene to his site. The Linus the Lionhearted Show. The Linus the Lionhearted Show was a television program first aired in 1964, created by Post for their serial mascots. The show aired for 2 seasons on CBS and later went into reruns on ABC. Most episodes of the series are considered lost, and bootleg tapes of some full episodes are out of circulation. In 1969, the show was canceled due to the fact the FCC banned all children's shows related to products. Only 3 full episodes have been found and uploaded onto YouTube. Cartoon Network City Bumpers. On June 14, 2004, Cartoon Network debuted an updated version of its original logo. The checkerboard motif attained and the C and N being the centerpiece, and a new slogan, "This is Cartoon Network." The bumpers introduced as part of the rebrand, produced by Animal Logic, featured 2D cartoon characters from its shows interacting in a CGI city composed of sets from said shows. While many of these bumpers are available on the internet, several of them have yet to be found. The 2004 through 6 bumpers are fairly common, whereas the 2006 and 7 ones are comparatively rare. It is unlikely that they will ever be found, as there are hundreds of them floating around. Angry Beavers finale. Intended to air as the finale of the Angry Beavers in November 2001, Nickelodeon produced a standard double-feature episode titled A Tale of Two Rangers and Bye Bye Beavers. While not much is known about the first segment, besides the fact that Norbert and Daggett tried to become park rangers, it was the second segment that caused controversy among Nickelodeon staff and led to the entire episode never being aired. The plot of Bye Bye Beavers involves the Beavers receiving mail alerting them to the fact that their show has been cancelled, with Norbert then having to break the news to Daggett that they are both in fact cartoon characters. They go on to break the fourth wall, with their voice actors calling each other by their real names, and criticizing the fact that after cancellation, cartoons continue to rerun without any payment being received by the creators. At the end of the episode, they both began vanishing before yelling April Fools, implying that the episode was not intended to be the last. Nickelodeon was far from pleased with the episode, namely due to the criticism of reruns and the fact that it broke a Nickelodeon rule, which stated that no final episode of a show is allowed to allude to the fact that the show is ending. As such, neither segment from the episode was ever broadcasted. Bob the Builder, the original pilot. So here I am talking about a toddler show, but Bob the Builder was one of my favorite shows when I was a child, and I think a reboot is cancer. More on that in a later video. But anyway, Bob the Builder was an animated preschool series that ran from 1988 to the present day actually. Wow. There's a pilot episode that was pitched to Hit Entertainment. This production date of the episode was most likely in 1997. The pilot was pitched to Hit Entertainment possibly late 1997 or early 1998. A single screenshot of this pilot shows Bob and Scoop's early design animation. This plot has never been released on DVD or the internet. According to the website, the pilot was about 90 seconds long. Hit International required Ealing Animations to produce a 90-second pilot for Bob the Builder to pitch the idea to MIPCOM. We had a tight schedule of 3 months. I could see the idea had a lot of potential, but the script was too long. The script was rewritten and production started. The designs for Bob the Builder took some time to crack, but once they too were finalized, the puppet was made in Bristol by a company called the Puppet Factory. The one vehicle featured was produced and engineered by John Wright, also based in Bristol. He was highly recommended and had done lots of work on the Wallace and Gromit films. The sets, props, and animation was done in-house. We delivered the goods and Hit presented the proposal, which was swept up very quickly. A 90-second pilot starts with Bob early one morning exercising in the builder's yard with one of his vehicle friends called Dig. They notice the gutter is blocked, so Bob climbs up the ladder to fix it and slips. Luckily for him, Dig manages to catch him. Perish the thought if he hadn't. Snuffy's parents get a divorce. Snuffy's Parents Get a Divorce was originally intended to air on April 10, 1992, as Sesame Street episode 2895, but was pulled before airing after extremely negative reactions from a test screening. The episode attempted to deal with the issue of divorce, using Snuffy's parents as an example, but many children were confused. Some came away thinking that their parents wouldn't love them anymore. Some thought that their parents arguing meant they were getting a divorce. It was decided that the concept was too full-on for children, and episode 2895 instead became an episode centered around Oscar the Grouch getting a visit from his brother. The episode, although fully complete, has never been shown or released to the public in any form. The only physical evidence of the episode's existence available is a single screenshot found in the 2009 book Sesame Street, A Celebration, 40 Years of Life on the Street. Ed, Edd and Eddy, Special Ed. Special Ed was an episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy that was put into production, but never completed, and thus never saw the light of day. Very little is known about this episode, and the only evidence we have of it even existing is an interview in which Danny Antonucci reminisces after talking about the show capturing childhood spontaneously. He says the episode didn't go through because, quote-unquote, it was just too real. It is possibly that it would have been an episode that focused directly on Ed, and most likely would have revolved around the reason why Ed is a simpleton. The Sesame Street Experiment. The Sesame Street Experiment is a documentary produced in 1989 about Sesame Street. The program is hosted by Jane Curtin and looks at the production of Sesame Street from a research angle. The film was screened at the Sesame Street The First Generation exhibit at the Museum of Modern Art. It's possible that the special would have been lost entirely had someone not had the audacity to record it when it aired one early morning on their PBS affiliate. Unfortunately, they tuned in late into the viewing, and only about 11 minutes were recorded. The rest of the special has yet to circulate. The Nickelodeon Studios Opening Day Celebration. On June 7, 1990, Nickelodeon Studios was officially opened at Universal Studios Florida, doubling as both a family attraction and recording studio. To celebrate the opening, a 3-hour live broadcast was shown from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., showcasing the attractions of the studio, as well as live entertainment and previews for upcoming shows. Of the 3 hours of footage, only the first hour has shown up online, despite multiple search efforts for a complete presentation. Nickelodeon Studios was officially closed on April 30, 2005, due to the unfortunate combination of dwindling property, lack of creative talent, and damages from hurricanes. I Was a Teenage Gary. I Was a Teenage Gary is an early Halloween episode of SpongeBob SquarePants that first aired on October 28, 1999. Many people that watched SpongeBob during the late 90s have claimed to see the original airing of this episode. It said that there was a scene that involved Squidward transforming into a snail after he realizes the small plasma needle injected into his nose. Many have criticized this scene for showing SpongeBob turning into a snail, but not Squidward. However, some say that out of the two transformations, Squidward's was the most frightening to watch. There's plenty of evidence to showcase that the scene might be real. For instance, after Squidward notices the needle, there is a wipe transition rather than a normal bubble transition, leading some to believe that Nickelodeon had implemented a form of transition in the episode for reruns instead of reanimating it with the bubble transition. This deleted scene is not shown on any DVD releases, so it's unknown if it actually exists, conclusively leaving only theories for this scene to actually exist.